Now that we've done addition and subtraction a few different ways, we're going to move on to multiple step problems that include addition and subtraction. So the first thing you really want to do when you're faced with multiple step problem is to read it, and then if you don't understand it, read it again and maybe read it slowly just to make sure you really understand what it's asking. Joe and Steve need 246 stamps to complete their collection. So far, Joe has 87 stamps and Steve has 65 stamps. How many more do they need to reach their goal? So the first thing you're going to want to do is pull out what you know. We know that Joe has 87 stamps, Steve has 65 stamps, and they need 246 stamps total. The next thing you're going to do is solve the problem. The first thing we need to do for this problem to solve it is to find out what they have already. So 87 plus 65, I chose to add by place value. So the 80 plus the 60 equals 140 because 8 plus 6 equals 14. And 7 plus 5 equals 12. And 140 plus 12 equals 152. The second thing I need to do to solve the problem is to find out how many more they need. Because this is a how many more problem, I'm going to use a number line where I'm starting with what I know, 152, and I'm ending with my goal, what they're trying to get to. I'm choosing to add on 8 to get to 160, since that's a nice even 10. And then I'm adding 40 to get to 200. Another 40 gets me to 240, and 6 more gets me to 246. When I add the 40, the 40, the 8, and the 6, you can see I get 94. So they need 94 more stamps, but you're not quite done just yet. The last thing you always want to do when you're solving a problem is think about, is the answer reasonable? Does it make sense? And yes, this one does. 87 is almost 90, 65 is almost 70. I just chose to round to the nearest 10 for that. 90 plus 70 equals 160. They needed 246, which is almost 250. So 160 plus what equals 240? That's 90. That would be our estimate. And since 90 is very close to 94, which was our answer, it's a very reasonable answer and it makes sense.